So a lot of you guys asked me my opinion on the Gina Carano thing going on with Lucasfilm, Disney firing Gina Carano, my thoughts on that. We talked a little bit about it last night on Storms Live. So I did a little more research, and look, this is going to be a very controversial subject, okay? Either you're against the firing or you're with the firing. Just same thing with James Gunn. You're either with James Gunn or you're against James Gunn. I was with James Gunn. I felt like James Gunn should have been fired. Apparently, Disney felt the same way because, a few months later, they rehired him back. Don't know if that's going to happen with Gina Carano. But, she said some things that a lot of people kind of frowned upon. She basically referred to, like, Republicans as Jews, and she was talking about the Nazis. And I think she was just trying to educate a lot of people going, well, during World War II, before the Nazis started killing Jews, the government turned the people against, the Jews and so on and so forth. And she was just kind of comparing the parallel. And to me, I took it more as, if we don't fix what's going on now, we could lead down to the same road. I don't think there was anything wrong with what she said. Nothing to make her get fired. It wasn't like she was coming out publicly bashing anything. And I think the problem is that a lot of people are upset because Pedro Pascal done very similar things, yet he gets a pass. In fact, he actually gets a job because HBO just hired him to be Joel in the Last of Us series. So I kind of see where this is rubbing people the wrong way. Gina Carano gets fired, and meanwhile Pedro Pascal, nothing happens to him, and he did something very, very similar. You can sit there and say she was warned, whatnot. That's not the fact. Or that it might be the fact, but that's not what I'm disputing here. I don't see anything in what she said or what she has said that results in her shouldn't lose her job. That's my personal opinion. You might have the opposite opinion. That's fine. Again, this is all opinion based. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But I think now we're in the kind of the age where if you don't like my opinion, then fuck you and all this stuff. And I think that's the problem. That people aren't willing to listen to other people's side of things, their opinions. Everybody's like, oh, I'm right. You don't like it. Screw you. I'm unsubscribing. I'm unfollowing you. You're fired, so on and so forth. And I feel like what she said didn't deserve to be fired, in my opinion. And there's a lot of stuff going on. You can go over to, I'm going to plug Drunk 3PO, Ryan Kindle. You guys can go over there and check out their channels if you haven't already done so. They know a lot more. They're closer to the situation than I am. I'm just hearing it for the first time the other day, and I'm kind of doing research and whatnot, and it's just some of the research that I had subscribers send me, that it doesn't feel like she should have been fired for that. And I think we're getting to a part where, this is getting kind of ridiculous now. We saw Kevin Hart lose his job from the Oscars. We saw James Gunn get fired. We've seen Gina Carano now. Like, this happens a lot. I'm thinking that celebrities should just stay off social media altogether. Like, if you're a celebrity, you should not be on social media. Some people do it better than others. People like The Rock, people like Lady Gaga. Some of these people do it better than others. But if you have strong political beliefs, then you might want to be careful with what you say. Maybe stay off social media. I don't think anybody should lose their job for having their own political beliefs. Just like I think everybody should have the right to their own religion beliefs, right? Can you imagine if I go to work and I'm like, yeah, fuck Trump. Oh, I'm fired because my manager is a Trump supporter? No, everybody should have the right to their own opinion. That's one reason why I try to stay out of politics here on my channel. You'll never see me go, I'm on this side or that side. I stay out of it because I do not care at the end of the day. It's a very touchy subject. People, like, politics and religion will divide families. I've seen it happen. It's like, let's not forget, this country, the Civil War, that was brother versus brother, father versus son, family versus family, it divided this country. And I think what Gina Carano was trying to say is, the Nazis just didn't rise up one day. It started with the government turning the people, your neighbor, the next door people, to wanting to hate the Jews. And I think she was trying to draw that parallel, trying to educate people going, look, it isn't like one day the Nazis just showed up. It was like it started here. And then you kind of see what Trump did with the invasion of the Capitol and all that stuff. There was a lot of things. And I kind of see where Gina Carano was saying, should she have said it? That's not my opinion to say whether she should have said it or not. I will say, in my opinion, I don't think she should have got fired for that. But that's just my opinion on it. A very, very touchy subject. It does make me sad, because I did hear she was going to lead the Rangers of the New Republic series. Now with her gone, I don't care if they recast. It just isn't the same. I liked Cara Dune. I liked Gina Carano as Cara Dune. And this is someone who wasn't a big fan of Gina Carano before The Mandalorian. I seen some of her other stuff. Wasn't a big fan. But she really won me over with The Mandalorian and how humble she was for that role, that show, and working with Jon Favreau. And now that, she's lost, I don't know. I just don't have that love to see something without her in it. Will I still watch The Mandalorian? Of course I'll watch The Mandalorian. Will I still have like that bad taste in my mouth for what they did? Yes, but you can't blame Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, or anybody like that. We don't even know who did it. We don't know if it was higher up. Was it Kathleen Kennedy? Because let's not forget, Alan Horn fired James Gunn, and Kevin Feige didn't find out about it until the next day on Twitter. So a lot of these people who, like Kathleen Kennedy, who's in charge of Lucasfilm, she might not have known. It might have been out of her hands. Same thing with Kevin Feige with James Gunn. So it is sad. I don't think she should have got fired, and it does bother me quite a bit. But we'll see what happens. And again, if you're one of the people that support Gina Carano, now's the time to support her. Just like we supported James Gunn. Those who supported James Gunn, time to support and see what happens. If you're one of the people that think she should have got fired, that's also very, very fair, and you're entitled to your opinion. Just keep it clean and don't bash people who feel opposite of you. That's all. Because I already seen comments in Storm's Live last night where people automatically, like, I can't believe you support her. Look, it is what it is. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, and that's really all I gotta say. So anyway, guys, that's all I have. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion. Later, guys.